Hey again, people. It's Insetic with another video game collection update. I know I missed last month's, and did I miss one for March? Did I do January, February, or did I do February, March? I don't remember, but either way, it's been a couple months, so I'm going to show you guys what more I've collected, and I'm thinking that this is probably getting close to the end, so let's start with the PlayStation 1 games. I'm just starting here because this is kind of the biggest list, and also this is my living room floor if you don't recognize it. Well, so anyway, I already had a copy, but I just picked up another basic copy of the ESPN2 Extreme Games, aka 1 Extreme, just because my other copy was sort of rattling around in that larger casing, and just in case it got scratched or something. But then after that, we have ATV Mania. Oh man, looks like a barrel of fun. Looking for some hardcore racing competition. Looks pretty bog standard, but I mean, it's manic. I'd never seen this one before, so when I saw it on the shelves, I was just like, sure. Then I had to have it for some console, and so I bought Hydro Thunder. I might have this on N64 back home, but I don't believe my Nintendo 64 works anymore, so either way, here's a way to play Hydro Thunder. Don't think I was leaving that one out, and also don't think I was leaving out the Jet Moto games. I actually kind of had been, since I believe they're just, racing games, and also I found this, and I already had Jet Moto 2, but I didn't really have luck finding Jet Moto 3. Was there a fourth one? I can't quite remember. But anyway, oh yeah, and blanktester had teased that he got me a bunch of games, and so I finally came home and he gave it, the set to me. This is Miracle Space Race, and if this looks familiar, this is literally just like that ATV Racers game that we played. Like the 8 or so, cartoon kid characters, only it's like hovercrafts this time instead of ATVs, but it's probably like the exact same kind of game. Alright, so then we've got Moto Racer. Looks like an interesting little game. And, yeah, an interesting motorcycle game. And then we have Moto Racer 2, which, create your own racing experience. Alright, they bring in a custom track editor. And dang, that custom track actually looks pretty decent. 3D track creator, but yeah, it's a little moto racing series here. And then here's another game that Bob picked up, MTV Sports Pure Ride, with a nice little helpful hint, pick Damien for tour, from whoever had this before, or whoever, someone far beyond. We've given you total freedom, now shut up and ride. The MTV snowboarding that I did play, I don't think it was Pure Ride, but that was the best of the MTV's PS1 games. They also had TJ Lavin biking and Andy McDonald skateboarding, so I'm interested to see this, and I'm interested in probably picking Damien for tour. Now, the box you guys have probably been waiting to see, the big box rated M, is something called Off-World Interceptor 2 Extreme by Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics had a hand in this. And this looks like, I didn't even know this existed. I just saw it on one of the store shelves. It looks like kind of a 2.5D sort of Doom-like ATV racing game. Extreme car crushing combat. Hate cheesy video, so do we. Bust a gut watching two trash talkers smack the gratuitous video. Okay, well, and huge bosses. Oh man, but yeah, could you guys ever heard of this before? Crystal Dynamics rated M, this big package. I'm definitely interested. Another game I just kind of happened to see was Powerboat Racing, or I guess this is VR Sports Powerboat Racing, but I'm going to call it Powerboat Racing. We knew about Hydro Thunder, but I didn't know about Powerboat Racing until I saw it. Jaw-dropping 3D control. There is another game I know about called Dead in the Water. I have not been able to find a physical copy, but that's also kind of a boat combat racing game. And, I didn't expect to see this. I didn't really know about this at all. And you could see the price tag's kind of big. It was one of the, keep it behind the shells kind of games. But we got a game called Cyberdeck, which seems to be like a hovercrafting game. It's funny. I looked this up on YouTube, and there were a couple 10-minute demos of the game, and then there was one video of a guy going completely through the game, and you know who that guy was? Zindictive, our fellow extreme sports boy. Yeah, he's played this game, and he's told me it's complete shit. So, I actually might own this already, but, better safe than sorry. I just saw it was there, so I grabbed it. I couldn't remember if I owned Ski-Doo Racing or Polaris, Snowcross or Snowcross Championship Racing, so I just bought a copy of this. Perhaps I bought another copy. Sports Superbike 2, Heart-Pounding Entertainment. It looks a little basic on the back, but, more superbikes, more competitors, more tracks. I mean, it's heart-pounding. No mention of a sports superbike 1. I don't know anything about this series. Is it really even a series? Oh, Mud Duck, though. ZeniMax. I also saw Streak Hoverboard Racing. And, so yeah. Oh, no back to that. You can see my beautiful visage and recording setup. Surf Riders. Oh, that guy's busting a wicked sick trick. The surfing game that I didn't know about. Mother Nature is here to spank you silly. Awesome surf anthems from the Aquamen, Pollo del Mar, and Los Straitjackets. Pull off mondo moves like cyclones, helicopters, left or right spins, off the lip, cutbacks, and tube rides. Alright, so with this and Sonny Garcia, I've got a little bit more to explore in the surf genre than I thought I did. And finally, here's a game called Trickin' Snowboarder. I don't believe I played this for my, 3 PS1 snowboarding games. I believe I had ordered it, but it hadn't come in yet. But Trickin' Snowboarder is a snowboarding PlayStation 1 game, so bonus hidden Capcom characters. I wonder who that is, but yeah, that guy looks like he's pulling off a super sick trick. That's a pretty cool logo. But yeah, that's it for the PlayStation 1 pile, and we'll see what's next. Right, so PlayStation 2 is up next, but I just want to say that basically for PS1, that pretty much just means that the only things outstanding are Cool Borders 1, and I believe there was something else, but you start getting into the very collector's items games. So, a lot of these PlayStation 2 games came from Bob's, blanktesters help. So there's Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. I presume you can do sick tricks somewhere in here, or at least if you can't, then it'll be, a nice, hour or so of fun on stream. A lot of these can be kind of gimmicky stream games. But then there's Island Extreme Stunts, Lego Island Extreme Stunts, featuring the freaking Brickster right there. But oh yeah. So be Pepper the Stuntman hero and do sick Lego Island stunts. I never played any of the Lego Island games before, but it's got skating. It already tells me that, based on the popular new construction toy range of the same name. Cool. And next up, we got, my favorite game, Mary-Kate and Ashley Sweet 16 License to Drive. Real games for real girls, man. I can't wait to do, super sick burnouts. You think that's part of their driver's license test? They got to parallel park, they got to do sweet burnouts, but, there's mini games, and race cars, jet skis, ATVs, and more. We've covered all those on the Aesthetic channel, so, yeah. And so next up is a game that actually, the series it's based on is mostly for the PlayStation 3 era. This is MotorStorm, and this is MotorStorm Arctic Edge. Yeah, this is not the first MotorStorm game. This is actually the third or fourth. They actually went back a generation and made a PS2 MotorStorm game after starting on the PlayStation 3, being a PlayStation 3 exclusive. So yeah, some combat racing, Arctic action, interesting to see. Next, we have RC Revenge Pro for when, you became a sick dude with your RC car pulling off all the stunts and whatever. Who says big power can't come in small packages? Yeah, there's a few RC racing games. I thought I had one for the PlayStation 1, but... Well, here's one for the PS2. And then a game that needs no introduction or needs little introduction. The Simpsons Skateboarding. I've never actually played this. Apparently it's terrible. Apparently it's like super awful. Oh, massively skatable Springfield environments. The worst games always have the biggest levels. So, yeah. But, you ever wanted to be Homer Simpson? Shredding six skates. You remember the Goofy skateboarding, so I'm sure Simpsons skateboarding will be more of the same. Yeah, I gotta get around to this for the meme value. And then, pushing the limits a bit of tricking, but like something that's still extreme, we have Stuntman. You saw that I bought a lot of the kind of Stuntman ripoff games, and that's because I knew Blanktester was getting me the original Stuntman. So yeah, that might be pretty extreme. Again, fun stream game maybe. And along with that, we also have the sequel, Stuntman Ignition. I don't know, even bigger stunts, even sicker tricks, Nail It. Oh man, he's going right under that car. That's going to be sweet. So yeah, just some extremeness there. Now this is Tony Hawk American Wasteland, just kind of rounding out the PlayStation 2 versions of some of the games that I had on 360 or got on 360. So here's American Wasteland, and here's Proving Ground. Apparently this is just like the Wii version, which I bought, but I guess I have a PS2 copy of it now. All right, and also I bought Reckless the Yakuza Missions. Someone in my comments actually asked me to get this game, so when I saw it, I was like, okay, sure. I've looked up a bit of it online. It looks kind of like a sort of car combat-y, but not all races. Like, you've got missions in the city, like you're a police strike force, and you see things away with, like, blow enemies away with car-mounted rocket launchers, and 40 insane missions, free roam challenges, don't brake for pedestrians. Yeah. So that's the... Well, actually... there's one game that I've been saving for you guys that Bob got, a super special PS2 game. Shark Tale. Motherfucking Shark Tale. Motherfucking Will Smith right there up in your face. So yeah, this is going to be a fun little stream game. Well, fighting. I mean, and racing, we race and fight and have adventures. So yeah, but yeah, that's it for the PS2 collection. Quick thing to show off is that, I'd bought an Xbox 360, I'd bought a Wii, so GameStop still was heavily discounting consoles, so I rounded out the collection and just bought myself a PS3 and the PlayStation 3 kind of exclusive games, again, talking about the MotorStorm series. So there's MotorStorm Original, MotorStorm Apocalypse, then that MotorStorm Arctic Edge or whatever was for PS2, then went back to PS3 for MotorStorm Pacific Rift. And I got SSX for PS3 since I believe the Mount Fuji range was PS3 only. And also, everywhere you went, you saw a PS3 version. I never found an Xbox 360 version. I also bought Split Second. I believe it was like you could buy one more game basically for free deal. But yeah, so I have a PS3 now, and I have that collection. You know what? We'll keep it PlayStation for one final... console, or I guess system. As you see, I've been buying PlayStation Portable games, and I actually bought myself a PlayStation Portable. I do not have Nintendo DS stuff. I don't really know what the DS's library of extreme sports games is, but I know the PSP got some originals and some ports from the previous console generation. So like, we have the ATV Off-Road Fury Blazing Trails and then Off-Road Fury Pro games, which you guys talked about in my Off-Road Fury Fridays. Why are you not covering the PSP ones? Well, I didn't have PSP emulation. Oh, yeah, I've also got PSP emulation, but, good to get physical copies of all of these as well. Then we have Hot Shots Golf Open T and Hot Shots Golf Open T2. Oh, that's a nice face right there. MTX Moto Tracks. I didn't know this was on PSP actually, but I guess it is. And then a bunch of these MX vs. ATV games. We have MX vs. ATV On the Edge, and then just as a disc, but we have MX vs. ATV Reflex, MX vs. ATV Untamed, and then Shaun White Snowboarding for the PSP, and Tony Hawk's Project 8 for the PSP. Not saying that's the full collection, but that's, what I've got for PSP games. All right, so now we'll move on to a console aside from PlayStation. All right, by that I pretty much just mean Xbox and, Nintendo, Microsoft and Nintendo. So let's start with Xbox original. Blanktester also got me Blitz the League, and if you've heard of that, it's kind of, it's a football game, but it's got, more graphic and more like bone charring, and you can like juice your character up with steroids and get in scandals and such, and win at any cost. So yeah, it's kind of a more if you remember the old NFL Blitz games, kind of more arcadey. And then he just bought this for my sake. He wants me to play it. It's a pretty good game. Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. Not for the series, but just because it's a good game. But I have found Test Drive Eve of Destruction. That's right, the rare Eve of Destruction game that sells for a pretty penny. I have gotten it now, so none of that is in focus, but yeah, Eve of Destruction. I played this as a kid, and as you see, the price tag, like $30, which is way more than like the $5 all of these other games were. Kind of rare game nowadays, but I got my hands on a copy. Now for Xbox 360, as I kind of spoil by, knocking into it, we've got some Kinect games. I don't have a Kinect. I don't know if I'll ever get to play this, and at least for GameStop, they didn't have a Kinect within like a 50-mile radius, but whatever, I bought some Kinect games. Motion sports adrenaline, like, woo! Biking, windsurfing, doing the glide suit thing. Awesome. MXGP, I kind of heard about this series. I didn't really follow it that much, but, I saw that it was there for Xbox, and MX vs. ATV Supercross. All right, now I believe I have all of the MX vs. ATV games I can get. I say that because I know they've released a new one, for like, Xbox One, PS4. Well, it's on Steam, so if I really chug super hard at doing all the MX vs. ATV games, I could go after that. But, Stuntman Ignition, I guess I got the 360 version of that. It'll be interesting to see how that compares to the PS2 version. But to round that out, another Kinect game, Winter Stars, baby! Oh, man. Doing some sick skiing and snowboarding tricks, kind of like all those other winter combination games I played, like that Winter the Next Challenge. So all that's left really is Wii games now. And so Shaun White World Stage. Apparently there was, a Shaun White Road Trip and Shaun White World Stage, like a sequel that only the Wii got. And so I have the Shaun White game for, Xbox 360, and then I have the Wii version of the original Shaun White, but now I have the sequel, and, I have to notice this. Please tell me this is not the regular back cover of this game, because this is, not good. Not good. Kind of worrying. So also, part of Bob Blanktester's, collection or gathering is Shimano Extreme Fishing Rod, Bow, Spear. Well, I mean, it's extreme. It says it right there in the name, so you know that this is gonna be pretty extreme. Rod, bow, spear. Yeah. Oh, that fish is looking to take a bite out of you. Oh, that family is getting shocked out of their skin. But oh yeah. And then finally, I don't remember. Did he pick this up or did I pick this up? But it's Summer Sports Paradise Island. Oh yeah, all your favorite summer sports. Badminton, volleyball, basketball, horseshoe tossing, darts. Yeah. all the things I think of in summer. But it is almost summertime. You know, it's in May. So turn your Wii into a tropical getaway. 7 addictive games. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Miniature golf, horseshoes, lawn darts, basketball, croquet, badminton, volleyball. Yeah. So that is, I don't know if I'm on camera right now, but that is the Insetic collection for May. That means that really the only games left are ones that are super rare that I'll have to kind of special order, like Cool Borders 1, maybe some more PSP stuff. Again, also let me know maybe what the Nintendo DS sports scene is like. But I think we're kind of coming up on it for, you know, the PS2, Xbox, GameCube generation. Also maybe also the PS3, Xbox 360, Wii generation. Unless you guys can think of a game that I'm missing. Let me know if that's the case. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and you know, hope to catch you next time.